Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, going back into this month's event quest, and this is chapter 1.2 with the Thor Jane Foster boss, which you think Thor Jane Foster, no problem, which pretty much it is. But does have some interesting nodes on her. She's got physical resistance, not a big deal. Bubble shield, and it's 4% reduction on block proficiency on every block, and then after every increment of 10 of those blocks, the next one's going to be unblockable, so you got to keep an eye out for that. Mighty Charge 3, she's going to be unstoppable. She's going to shrug off all of those debuffs that you might have put on her. It's got E.M.P modification, so you do possibly want to make sure that you are fully shock immune. And then it has Encroaching Stun, which when you put the Mighty Charge, Bubble Shield, E.M.P, and Encroaching Stun together, it can get kind of tricky, kind of nasty, especially if you're not shock immune. So the first person that I brought in was Dr. Doom. He is obviously shock immune. He doesn't have any advantage with the Encroaching Stun, with exception that you can do some power control and pretty much have some good specials ready. And his special attacks, the animations is fairly long, so it's fairly easy to do your special and overlap the Encroaching Stun timer without any problems. But you can tell, like, Doom is a really tanky champ, and Thor Jane Foster, not the hardest hitting champ, but this is almost a 50k PI Jane Foster. But I'm taking some chip damage for sure with the bubble shield going on. I am, trying to play around that timer. I'm not doing like a Doom rotation, just because I do want to make sure that I have a special ready, because I don't want to get stunned and then her just go to town on you. And I feel like there's just not. I mean, if I was power stealing with her at high power, then I'd probably get to a special 3 and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to play it nice and safe. This is a longer fight. Have your double parry, re-parry game on with those Mighty Charge unstoppables, and then just have your eye out on that counter, making sure that like right now I'm at 19, and that one she didn't go for a double hit on that first parry on the Mighty Charge, but you have to be aware that once you hit 10, 20, 30, 40, if you get up to 40 of those bubble shield hits, that next hit is going to be fully unblockable, so you need to be aware of that. And yeah, so E.M.P gets thrown out the window with using Doom. He's tanky, so it kind of helps with the bubble shield. Physical resist, you can get some energy damage with the L1s and the L2s, but the incinerates that they don't last too long, especially if you try to back off and have her dash at you like that. If you can keep her pinned up against the wall, you can have some of that debuff stick around for a significant amount of time. But yeah, I just really try to make sure that I'm kind of timing my combos to where I can launch a special with the Encroaching Stun timer. That's pretty much the main node that I'm trying to work around. Other than that, because I'm stun immune, the bubble shield and the Mighty Charge, as long as you're not trying to do intercepts, which you'll see in the next fight that I forget about, then you'll be fine. But yeah, but this is a rank 5 Dr. Doom against this Jane Foster, and because of the Mighty Charge, because she keeps shrugging off those incinerates and shocks and whatnot, the damage isn't all that great. This is a lot of hits to take down this Jane Foster. She does have the physical resistance, and then there right at the end, I do miss the Encroaching Stun, and she just wanted to stare at me. I guess I was looking pretty good, and I didn't get punished for it, and I get the solo. I just thought that was kind of funny that like the very end I missed the timer and she just doesn't do anything, which I thought was interesting. But there, Dr. Doom takes her down. And next up, I'm gonna go in with another shock immune champ. And again, this one I'm going to use MoleMan, just because he's newly buffed. He is a really solid skill champ. He's got a lot of utility, and he can put out some good damage. And he is shock immune, so E.M.P. it's a great node for him. Also, he does have utility to deal with Encroaching Stun. If you have Monster Mass to give, he can shrug off those stuns. You know, if you're low on Monster Mass, it takes a little bit longer for that the debuff to get shrugged off. And then I don't know all the specifics on him yet, but if you're I think it's like 5 or 10 or more, the shrug time is reduced. So, but I'm just gonna try to play him as if I need to get the special off during that Encroaching Stun timer. But I think on one of these specials, I'm gonna miss the timing, and you'll see that I do get stunned, but then shortly thereafter I do shrug it off, and I think it shrugs off before I get punished. So it just kind of shows that he does do really well as an option for this. And then yeah, he gets some bleed damage, he can get some shock damage. As long as you're kind of staying close, like right now I'm at 10 hits. I think the next hit that she's gonna throw was unblockable, and I on that one, did I get Encroaching Stun? Yeah, I did. I did miss the L1, and I did get stunned after that hit, and then it got purified by the Monster Mass. So it just kind of shows you that, you know, MoleMan is a really solid option for this node. I just try to keep her in that corner as much as possible and keep close to where the Mighty Charge cannot shrug off all those debuffs. I mean, look, I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bleeds with the shock. You know, I'm just going to town right now. She just throws a special. I'm going to throw my special. So, I mean, if you can stay up nice and tight and close, you can keep a lot of that debuff damage going. And when he has that frenzy, man, he can put those bleeds on quick. But then again, just remember that bubble shield. So now I'm at 20, so this very next hit that she's going to throw is going to be fully unblockable. Didn't show that special was special 2. I'm not sure if it's because it's far away, but I think this next hit that she's going to you have to be like within hitting range, I guess, for it to be the unblockable one. But you can see that you just got to be aware of that. But then once you have that first unblockable, once you hit that incremental 10, 20, 30, whatever, then you're good to go back to normal. So here we're going to throw off another special one while that Encroaching Stun comes along. Bait the special 2, and just keep going to town. MoleMan, he's great, and he's got that passive true strike. He is a really solid champ. I really like him. Seen a lot of video footage of other guys taking down lots of cool stuff in Alliance War and whatnot. MoleMan, if you don't have him, try to get him. If you have him, consider using some resources to rank him up. I mean, I've had him on defense for the longest time, but one of my buddies, Bill, in my battle group, he has a 6-star, and he just took his to rank 3, so now we put his on defense. So we might see a MoleMan Alliance War attack show at some point, maybe in season 25. But MoleMan gets the solo there. Now we're gonna go in here with a different strategy, and I was gonna bring in. I did bring in Magik. I have Warlock on the team for the extra damage on the specials while Limbo is on. That's an awesome synergy for Magik. And I was thinking I'll just keep her power locked, but I kind of forgot that Mighty Charge is going to not only shrug off any of those damage over time debuffs, it's going to shrug off the power lock debuff. And so I thought I could potentially keep this Jane Foster locked down without throwing specials, but that's not the case. And I am going to get some E.M.P shock on me from time to time. And so long as I'm fairly aggressive and I can keep that limbo going, I'll be able to heal back a lot of that damage. But somewhere towards the beginning here, I do mess up, and by the fact that I do try to intercept. I think I try to do a dash back intercept. Yeah, right there. And that took off a lot of health, and then I was at that 10 and I got unblockable hit, and like I just got smacked around right there. And so that pretty much ruined, well, I probably could have done it better, but it ruined my chance to solo this girl. I do almost get it, but yeah, that damage right there kind of killed a lot of my chances, just because you have to be aggressive to keep getting power, and then oh yeah, so right there I do get smacked, and I intercept her at the end of that mighty charge to not have the encroaching stun hit me. But I just took up, between trying to intercept her and then just messing up right there, not enough health left in the bank, because you have to be aggressive, you have to be throwing specials, because if you're not throwing specials, you're going to get encroaching stunned, and if you're not aggressive, you're not going to have the power to throw the specials. So I mean, Magik can definitely work. I mean, I'm doing okay, but here I get E.M.P'd, and I'm pretty certain I just pretty much die from the E.M.P and the block damage there. So Magik can do it. Probably not the most ideal matchup, but she can do it. And I'm gonna go in and finish her off with Killmonger. Yeah. I used Void. No, did I use Void on the path? I used Void on one of the paths. And I think I used Void for my last attempt. But Killmonger is also great with Void on the team, because he has that reverb. Yeah, don't get hit in the face like that. But he's got that thing, where if he's not armor broke, right there, he's got that purification synergy where he can shrug off a debuff. And so I did get encroaching stunned, but he shrugged it off and I healed from it, which is pretty cool. Killmonger is an awesome champ. I think he's really underrated by a lot of people as far as skill champs go. I overlooked the unblockable 10th hit there, got smacked when I was trying to parry, forgot about that. But I threw a special off in time and he finishes the job. There wasn't a lot of health left, but I was considering using Killmonger as an option. I think he could also do that fight. Probably would have to block a little bit more to avoid a lot of the E.M.P damage that you would take, but he would be an interesting option to try to get a full solo on. Next up, we are going to go in. This is the last run. Yeah, this is the last run. I thought I used Void, but I didn't. Void was for, I think, Ghost Rider in the next 2.1. But I just go with a full Nick Fury team. Now I did not intend on getting hit there at the beginning. I tried to hit her and I was intercepting her mighty charge. Got smacked around a little bit. Nick Fury, he is just awesome, because if you do die and the LMD goes off, he is stun immune. So the encroaching stun node goes out the window. You will have to deal with the E.M.P still, but you can block a lot of the the specials and all that. Just make sure you're not on your 10th hit. And I brought a bleed team. I brought I think it was Hawkeye, and then I think I brought 2 or 3 Black Panther Civil Warriors to have that 25% bleed, enhanced bleed. And I'm just gonna try to bleed this girl to death, and just try to stay nice and close, because you want those bleeds to stick around. If you dash back a lot, you will have them shrugged off. I don't get the stun there. I didn't have any charges, it looked like. Now I do get the E.M.P. E.M.P's ticking away. So I have 2 on for 217. So it's about 100, a little over 100 per tick for each E.M.P. But man, I don't even get to the LMD phase. The bleed damage was enough. I was enhanced bleed with the synergies and whatnot. But yeah, Nick Fury works. You probably Quake that too if you're really good at Quake. I'm interested. Let me know who you used as an option. But that's it. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.